Stephen Paddock can't be the shooter. In other words, let's go back to that video. Go back to the beginning of this, and let's kind of step through this together. Let's play like the first 10 or 15 seconds and get ready to hit pause. And let me kind of explain the significance of this.
Okay.
We are facing north. We are facing north. So confirming that is you guys that's in the broken window that faces the Luxor. We are facing the Luxor. We do not have a broken window. Okay, copy. It looks like you might have another room that has a broken window that also faces the Luxor off that north end. There's a little bit of movement unknown if it's going to be the curtains or not. I'm going to be working to get a better eye on it.
So let's pause right there. Let's just pause. So what? What? He's like, is that you guys in the broken window? He's like, no. I don't have a broken window. There's no broken window here facing the Luxor.
Were they facing a similar direction or totally different?
Yeah. This room faces the Luxor. It's like but you gotta go into the bedroom. Okay. So you open up or behind the couch. You open up the curtains and you face the Luxor. But the windows aren't broken there. So then they send this officer, Brett Brosnahan, goes to the window to see, is the window broken? And he goes behind the curtain and he says, no, it's not, Corey. It's not. No, it's not. And then Corey somehow says, okay, traitor, we've got the broken window. But the window's not broken. Like Brett Brosnahan doesn't pull the curtain back and go, hey guys, here we go. Here's the broken window. Careful.
And what room were they in this video?
32135, the big suite.
Okay.
That's supposedly where all the gunfire is coming from. So the guys on the outside are telling him, dude, there's another room with a broken window. And these guys are milling around in here looking at each other and realizing, if the window in here is not broken, how could this guy have shot anybody?
How did the window get broken then? Because the window was broken in that room though, right?
Window was broken in the morning when the sun came up. So apparently, okay, so now we get into the illusions here. At 12:23 a.m., a podcaster is recording. I forget the guy's name, but I've got the footage. And he's recording, and he's got his selfie thing, and he's holding his thing up, and over his shoulder, the LVMPD blows the window out in 32135. And he captures it accidentally over his shoulder. He has no idea it's happening. And they blow the window. And they send a crew to repair the window in the Four Seasons. And the reason is, who was staying in the Four Seasons? So most people have never associated the Four Seasons with the Las Vegas shooting. It's all Mandalay Bay, Mandalay Bay, Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
But 3 floors up from Stephen Paddock's room is the Four Seasons. And the Four Seasons at the time was 45% owned by Bill Gates and 45% owned by Al-Walid bin Talal, the wealthiest guy in Saudi Arabia outside of the king or the crown prince, and the single largest investor in Citigroup, single largest investor in Twitter.
He bailed out Citigroup, did he not, in 2008?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And single largest investor in Twitter, single largest investor in Apple. I mean, a lot of, big pieces. So he is the 45% owner of the Four Seasons. And apparently that's where the action was taking place, was upstairs. We see what appears to be the window at the Four Seasons getting blown out at 9:47 p.m. So that's on footage. And then we see the LVMPD blow the window out of this suite at 12:23 a.m.
Now, do they acknowledge that they blew up the window?
Yeah, well, interesting. So, there's this Duper's Delight thing, which is where Lombardo, Sheriff Lombardo at the time, now he's the governor, Sheriff Lombardo goes to the microphone, I think at 1:30 in the morning, and says, any explosions that you've heard, that's us. That's us breaching the room and breaching the doors, and we had to do, breach, breach, breach. So if you hear any explosions and stuff, that's us. And basically, they sweep under the rug the fact that they just, took a shotgun or whatever and blew the window out. So, in other words, things are happening after 10:05, 10:15 p.m. If they blow the window out at 12 a.m., and somebody says, yeah, we heard explosions after midnight, they need that to just fall by the way. So, that can't be part of the story. And Lombardo addresses it. It says, any explosions you're hearing, whatever, that's us. That's us breaching, whatever. So don't worry, there's no more explosions. The guy's dead. But the true story is, when Brett Brosnahan walks to the window to check behind the curtain, shouldn't there be broken glass all over the floor like we see in the FIT photographs and the FIT report? Mm-hmm. They show a photograph of broken glass and brass shell casings all over the floor and a hammer. Did he just kick the hammer in the video? Was he walking on broken glass and stepping on brass shell casings as he was walking to the window? And then why was it such a mystery which window they were looking for if there's a whole bunch of broken glass on the floor?
And wouldn't there be broken glass all on the ground outside if you're smashing the window out? Like, you would think that if he smashed the window out, people would be like, yeah, glass was falling on me as I was walking.
There was. I have footage of glass falling. So the other window was legitimately broken. Okay. 32 and 34, legitimately broken. But the LVMPD kind of sets their own trap. They tell you only 8 rounds are fired from that room. We found 8 brass casings, 308. 2 shots were at the fuel tank. The other 6 missed. So they put a stake in the ground. They just accounted for all 8 shots. They did that, not me, right? So the LVMPD tells you, we went into the little adjoining room. We found 8 spent brass casings, 308. 2 of the shots hit the fuel tank. The other 6 shots missed. Okay. What about the thousands of shots that hit 500 people? That would have come from the other room then. So when Brett Brosnahan goes to the window to check the curtain, there's not glass on the floor. He's not walking on broken glass.
There's nothing?
No. What? Go back to the video. What? Let's play the video again. When he goes to the window, to the curtain, is he walking on broken glass and spent brass casings and going, hey, guys, it's probably over here where there's a ton of broken glass and the curtain should be blowing.
Right.
But it's not.